Jay, you're a piece of shit. A piece of shit. Oh, Jay, you suck.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Talkin to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look into a camera and I talk to myself. How's it going? Hey, how you doing? Good, I hope. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're excited about whatever has happening in your life. I hope you're not fucking sad and miserable and waking up going, dude, I should just kill myself. I hope that's not part of your daily routine. And even if it is, I hope you can get through that. I hope if your daily routine every day is you wake up and you go, oh, fuck, my life is bad. I hope you push through that feeling and you start making moves to make it not that way. That's what I hope for you. You know, I hope everybody listening to this, everybody in the world is on the path to making their life not feel like they should die. Right? Because is a life worth living if it's filled with I should end it? How much of life, I think about that sometimes. How much, because I, every once in a while feel that I wake up and go, oh, dude, if I owned a gun, a bullet would be through my brain. You know, some mornings you wake up like that, or at least I do, and I know other people who are like that. Call it depression, call it feeling a bit of the sad stuff. I don't know. Call it whatever the fuck you want. But sometimes I wake up and I feel bad. And sometimes what gets me out of that is I just go, how much of my life am I going to feel like ending my life? Do you understand what I'm saying? At a certain point, you're like, if I'm going to live any amount of time longer than right now, I can't waste any of it going, I should kill myself. And, we don't have any control over that. It just slips into our mind all of a sudden. But I don't know. Maybe there's ways to push it back the fuck out immediately. Or more readily and quickly than we want it to be out of our mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But I'm having a good time so far, even though we're like a minute in and I'm talking about how to make yourself not feel like you want to kill yourself, like I have any fucking business telling you that. I don't know. I'm not a therapist. When I saw one, I went, this guy's a cunt, and then I never went back. I don't have the answers, dude. Me and Sway do not have the fucking answers, okay? Anyway, the power went out this week. Just move on real quick from whatever depression talk I was trying to have. Anyway, you feel like killing yourself? The power was off last week for me, so anytime the power's out, it's very interesting because it's just like you realize how fucked we are, or you are at least. I'll talk about it from just solely me. I realize how fucked I am, because I realize how much I rely on just electricity and how little I know about any of it. How little I know about any of the things I use on a daily basis. Because your power goes out and what do? You just sit there and go, when are they going to fix it? That's what we do. When is somebody else going to fucking fix it? And you don't do shit. You just sit there angry, calling up Con Ed, right? Right? No, yes, Con Ed. Sorry, my mind is breaking. Every week I lose little pieces and fragments of it. And I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. And I lose what words are. But you call Con Ed and you're like, hey, dude, where's the power? And they're like, oh, this is an automated message. We sense outages in your area. There is no estimated time for repair. And then you get mad and you go, ugh, how is that possible? They should know. And then a couple hours goes by, you call again. Still, we don't know. Ugh. A day goes by. They should know by now. A day? The whole day goes by? After this storm, I was driving around and I was just like looking at all the fallen power lines and I was getting angry. I was like, why is nobody out working? Why is nobody out working? Why is nobody fixing these power lines? Like I was getting real fucking Karen-y about it. Why the fuck? Where are the men in the reflective vests? I would like to speak to the main man in reflective vest, please. Why the fuck aren't you working on the power lines? I haven't been able to play Xbox in about 10 hours, okay? I'm not going to be able to play Fortnite with my boys tonight. I would like to speak to the main vest man. Okay? Who is manager of the roads and the wires? I don't know what the departments are called. I'm a dumb fuck. Anyway, why are you not working? Right? I was legitimately being like, what the fuck? All these power lines are falling down. Why is no one working on these? And then I realized I went out at like 6 o'clock. No one's everyone's fucking... The workday is over. What am I bitching about? I'm getting all pissed off. People should be out there on the hours they don't work fixing my power. Like what a fucking little brat I was being. Shut the fuck up. To myself, you know? Anyway, next day, people were repairing stuff. Next day, I was still surprised at how few people were repairing stuff. But you know what? I saw more people than the night before, which makes sense because the next day was a work day. Oh! Who would have thought that at 2 p.m., more people would be working on wires than at 6 o'clock when nobody's working? You fucking idiot, Jake. Oh, I'm dumb as fuck. Anyway. But yeah, you start to just be like, wow, I'm fucking, I don't know. I don't know what it's like for other people, but for me, it's like, oh, I should have went. There's very important career paths that we act like they're not, or that we're like, I'm not gonna do that, you know. Like when the power goes out, I immediately am like, why didn't I become I should have just become an electrician. I should have studied something that mattered so that in times like this, I can be useful. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in times where the power is out, 90% of us are fucked. And then the electricians are all of a sudden like, dude, they're gods. Fucking fix the power for us. You have electricity at your fingertips. Oh, fuck, that's sexy, bro. In the apocalypse, all the electricians are going to get the pussy and the men and the lady. They're going to fuck every guy, every lady, everybody, dude. Because they're going to be the fucking electricity gods, baby. When the apocalypse comes, if you're an electrician, you're fucking Zeus incarnate, dude. The fuck am I talking about? Anyway, yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Also, right now, it's very weird for the power to go out because, especially for 3 days, it was weird because the other day I was thinking about how there's a pandemic, how everything's fucked right now. And I was thinking like, oh, it could be worse. We could have no power. I legitimately had that thought about 2 weeks ago. And then a storm comes out of nowhere. And you know me, if you listen to this podcast, I don't check the weather because I'm a dumb fucking idiot. I don't ever check the weather because I'm stupid as fuck. See, moments like that, too, are good for checking the weather because you'll know if a hurricane is coming. The other day, my mom texted me, was like, there's a tornado watch. And I was like, oh, cool. Anytime something happens in the city, it's always like my mom will text me like, oh, the weather's like this in the city? She'll find where I am and go, hey, I'm going to tell you the weather. No, she's not that aggro about it. I don't know. Maybe. I seem to recall when I was living in my apartment, like her texting me on certain occasions being like, it's going to be windy today. And I'd be like, no, I didn't know that, but I'm sure I'll be fine. I should know the weather, man. That's something I should know. That's how stupid my mom knows I am. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell him about the weather because this fucking idiot doesn't know." I know he doesn't check it, so I'm gonna fucking text him it. Anyway, no, but I'm in. I'm in the same area as them right now. So my mom was like, "Oh, there's a tornado watch in our area," and I was like, "Okay." Nothing happened. I didn't see a tornado or anything, but I just thought, like, if she didn't tell me that, like, I wouldn't have known. If she didn't tell me that and there was a tornado, I would just be like, "Oh shit." I guess I would have reacted the same. I would have gotten sucked up either way. If I knew there was a tornado watch, I did know there was a tornado watch, and I didn't change my day at all. I didn't go like, "Hey, let me go inside now." I was just like, "All right, well, there's a tornado watch, and I'm gonna continue hanging out with the two friends I was hanging out with." If we get sucked up and die, I guess that's just how it goes. I guess that's just how the cookie fucking crumbles, baby. I guess that's just how Jim Carrey fucking speaks in Bruce Almighty, baby. But yeah, the power going out during this time, it's so strange. Yeah, I can't. The last time the power went out like this for multiple days, I remember being at school. I remember being, which was very cool. Which also made me, what, kids have started school already? See, I don't even know when like high school and middle school start school. It's not this early in August, right? No, it's later in August. Or at least it was for me. I remember it was before September. I think it was mid-August you would start school again. I don't know. I don't remember the fucking the breaks. I remember that in college we ended earlier and started later than in high school. It was super fucking exciting. It was like, "Oh my god, the summer is longer." Isn't it interesting that you live so much of your young life being like living on this schedule that just immediately evaporates as soon as you get out of a school structure? I don't know. I think that's a part of college that fucks people up more than you know. Is the fucking summer structure. Is the fact that we structure it based around what the rest of school is like. So then you live in that stupid bullshit school schedule for too long, You're 22 years old and you're still like, the summer's coming. And it's like, what the fuck? The summer shouldn't matter anymore. The summer shouldn't have mattered after you were 19. Really, out of high school, the summer, you should not live on a summer schedule anymore. It should be like, all right, no. I don't know. Maybe that's a stupid old school mentality. It seems like it's new school, though. It seemed like an old school mentality when I was going into college for people to be like, "Hey, don't go to college, just work straight out of it." And now I'm out of college and fucking the new school idea is, "Hey, fuck college. It's a waste of money. They're just sucking up all your money. Go fucking invest it in something else. Start a business. Go do anything else but go to college." I don't know. I guess that's true. Just fucking funnel it all into YouTube, dude. Fuck film school. Just make your own film. It'll be in fucking can in no time, dude. Just make your own film and it'll be in fucking Sundance next fucking spring, dude. But I don't know how to make a movie. Doesn't fucking matter. You'll figure it out, dude. How do you think Tarantino got his fucking star, dude? He worked in a video store. Fuck college. I don't know. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? I keep going on tangents. Oh, yeah, the power. Yeah, no, times like this in lockdown and everything, it was interesting because it felt more frightening. It felt a little more dire that the power went out. It felt more like, oh shit, is this the next level of the apocalypse? You know what I'm saying? Any extra turmoil or bad shit that goes down right now in the lockdown just feels like, oh no, is this the next step into the apocalypse? Like, is this no power going to turn into no power for a week? That's the thing. Earlier, you kind of think that. Like when I was a kid in high school and the power went out at my school, it was this cool thing because we were in the middle of taking a test and then all the fucking power went out in the school. So there's a blackout in the school, which is the coolest thing ever. Seeing a familiar place in a different light, no pun intended, as a kid is fascinating. Like seeing a school with all of its lights off and everybody else is there with you is so interesting. I can't even describe why. There's just like a feeling in your gut that makes you go like, "Oh my god, this is so fucking." The lights turn off here. It's like a similar feeling to when you saw your teacher outside of school, like you exist as a human. It's kind of the same thing. You see the lights go out in the building, you're like, "This building is a mere mortal?" This building's lights shut off too. It's not always just on, and no matter what time it is, people are learning and having to be here and hating the fuck out of it. Wow. The school shuts down? It's like seeing a school empty for the first time. What an incredible experience. I remember loving the intermediate school. I remember loving staying there after school and then just running around the building with my friends. Just running around the building, being in an empty school. There was something so fucking exhilarating about it. I don't know what it was. Having the run of the place. Going in all these rooms and stuff where you perceived you weren't supposed to go, but you kind of were allowed to go. It doesn't really fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? When you go into when you're like 12 years old, younger. When you're like 10 years old and you're in your intermediate school or whatever your town fucking called it. For me, it was grades 3 through 5. It was like you went to elementary school, which was kindergarten, first grade, second grade. And then you went to intermediate school, which was 3rd, 4th, 5th. And then across from the intermediate school was the middle school, which was what's it called 6th, 7th, and 8th. So I was in the intermediate 3, 4, and 5. For whatever reason, I remember the most fond memories of going through that fucking place, just running around. Which is interesting because then in high school the fucking track did that. For whatever reason, track practice was, if we couldn't be outside for some reason, it was too cold, track practice would be running around the halls of fucking intermediate school. So I guess I was fucking prepping myself. I was getting myself ready to be a track star, dude. I don't know if they did that when I was in school, though. I don't remember seeing that, but that's confusing as shit. You're 10 years old, and all of a sudden these fucking 15-year-old, 16-year-old kids are sprinting full sprint down the hallway while you're trying to go to an after-school activity. That's fucking frightening. Anyway, the power. I'm losing track. I told you guys about the fight I almost got into, right? When I was in track, we were running outside the intermediate school, and we used to do this route. There were all these different routes that we would run. Oh no, Primrose. No, fuck me. Forget what I just said. No, it wasn't the intermediate school. It was the elementary school, because the elementary school... We have a weird setup for our fucking schools. We had the elementary school across from the high school, and then we had the middle school across from the intermediate school. Which is strange, because you would think that the intermediate school would be across from the elementary school, right? You would think that dude, I'm having a fucking stroke live on this podcast. You would think the elementary school would be across from the intermediate school, and then the middle school would be across from the high school. But no. That's not how it fucking goes. I wonder why. I don't know why. The only reasons I can think are nefarious. I don't know. Maybe the fucking they were afraid high schoolers would chat up middle schoolers. I don't know. They were like, hey, these seniors are already dating the freshmen. I don't want them fucking dating middle schoolers, dude. These fucking creepy kids. No, I don't know. That's fucked up. I hope that's not the reason. I hope fucking... Oh, my God. Dude, I'm never letting my kid go to a school. As a parent, are you just petrified for your kid to go to school? I think about that all the time. If I had a kid, I would be fucking scared for him to go to school, okay? I would send him to school going, he's probably going to get fucked by not even a student. Here's the thing. When your kid goes to school, he's going to get fucked no matter what. It's either consensually with another fucking person around their age, or it's going to be a fucking teacher being a piece of shit. Your kid's getting fucked. That's disgusting. It's fucked up, man. I guess at high school, you're just like, listen, yeah, I don't know. I don't mind my kid having a healthy sexual relationship if I had a child. But if I send him to a school, there's just so many pedophile teachers that it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. Dude, in my middle school, there was this fucking guy, TJ Leonard. I'll say his name on the podcast. TJ fucking Leonard. Have I told you guys this? This guy, TJ Leonard, he came to our school. He was the vice principal, okay? He was creepy as fuck. Think of the stereotypical what a pedophile looks like. That's him. Glasses, fucking thin but also pudgy. You know? He had like slightly tan skin, but not at all. He was everything he was a mix of everything. He just was an amalgamation of like, who is this guy? Do you know what I'm saying? That's what pedophiles look like. They look like an amalgamation of who is this guy? I can't quite tell where he's coming from, who he is, where the fuck he's going, where the fuck he came from. I don't know who this guy is, but he's creeping me out. That's what a pedophile looks like. Okay? He had glasses, of course. He had facial hair that was grown in, but not really. Everything in the middle. Everything what? Anyway, he came to our middle school, and I think I was in 6th grade or 7th grade. Anyway, he comes in. He's the new vice principal because for some reason we kept swapping out vice principals. I think vice principals are like the fucking priests of middle schools. They just keep getting moved to new schools. They fuck somebody at the first school and they go, let's not arrest him because that would be the moral thing to do. Let's just move him to another school and go like this. Let's just cover our eyes. Let's just go like this and go, see ya, TJ. Go over the fucking middle school in that town. Please don't fuck any kids, you weird piece of shit. This definitely won't come back to haunt us. That's basically what it is. Like with same thing with priests. Have that parish fucking deal with it. That's everybody in life. Oh, that's terrible. Let's just cover our eyes and push that somewhere else where they can be blamed and have to deal with it. Okay. It's out of my proximity. Hell yeah. I'll never get blamed for it. Dope. Oh, what's that? The guy who just moved to a different school is fucking another kid? Oh, I had no idea. He didn't do anything like that here. It's not like he's the same guy. We just moved him into a different place and he's continuing to do his gross bullshit. Anyway, TJ Leonard comes into the fucking classroom, right? Comes into he's visiting each classroom to get acquainted with the fucking students there for some reason. I don't know why we have to meet the vice principal. The vice principal is like the vice president. Who gives a fuck? You don't matter. I don't know about you. I don't need to know you, okay? So the fact that you're coming to meet all the students is already strange. You're already barely existing as an entity within the structure of the school. Why are you trying to be a fucking presence in my life? So he's going class to class, and he's being like, hey, I'm TJ Leonard. What's up, guys? He talked like that, too. Again, is it a masculine voice? Is it an immasculine voice? Is it a feminine voice? Is it just a monotone voice? Who knows? It's an amalgamation. Okay? Pedophiles are, what the fuck is this? That's what a pedophile is. That's what they look like. That's what they sound like. That's what they are. Because they're not people. Or at least we don't want them to be because they're so fun. You know what I'm saying? Like Anyway, this guy comes in. He's visiting classes, right? And he's in my class. And he says to one of my friends, or he asks the room, hey, does anyone know where the health office is? And I'm looking at him like, I fucking hate this guy. I want this guy to leave now, and I don't ever want to hear from him again. Why is he the vice principal? What constitutes a vice principal, and why is he it? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be fucking judge a book by its cover, but this guy's cover is decaying in front of me, okay? So he is like, where does anyone know where the health office is? And one of my friends goes, oh yeah, it's like down the hall and to your left. And this guy looks at my friend, okay? Who's 12, mind you, right? I think it's 6th grade, so we're either 11 or 12. And he looks at my friend and he goes, oh, wow, thanks for letting me know. And my friend's like, oh, yeah, no problem. And he goes, wow, you're going to be my little helper. I can already tell you're going to be my little helper. And I, in the seat, not only went, oh, what? But I also, in my head, and wanted to scream out loud, oh, this guy fucks kids, huh? You're going to be my little helper. Oh, you fuck kids, huh? You fuck children. For sure you do. I feel like I've talked about this on another podcast. But you do. Oh, you do, dude. Anyway. So then, years later, I definitely have told this story already on the podcast. Whatever, dude. I fucking told it again. Fuck it. Anyway, I'll wrap the story up. Years later, I'm told that, hey, did you hear about what happened with TJ Leonard? And I was like, no, what happened with TJ Leonard? And someone goes, oh, he was caught in a parking lot with a 13-year-old boy who he met on Grindr. And I went, oh, really? No fucking shit, dude. But immediately I was like, oh, dude, I know. I knew then, and I know now, and what the fuck? How many kids did that guy fuck? Because if I knew as a 12-year-old, the fucking adults knew that this guy was at least creepy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe they didn't know or have any like direct line of sight into his life. I mean, they all probably were like, I'm not going to talk to this guy, let alone get into his fucking personal life. So maybe that's why pedophiles get away with the shit they do, because they're so creepy just on the surface level that you're like, I don't want to, if he's probably doing something fucked and I don't want to know about it. I don't know. All I know is I fucking knew he was a goddamn pedo, and then he was one. And I'm pretty sure I've already talked about this on the podcast, on a different podcast. So I apologize if I repeated the story. And also, what does this have to do with the power going out? I don't know, dude. This podcast is just 9 million tangents stacked on top of one another. Anyway, the timer went off. The camera might be off or is about to go off. I'll see you guys in the second half. What's up, everybody? We're back. So yeah, anyway, it's interesting to see your school with no power. No power. I don't know. I think about what it would take for society to truly collapse. Because now you got to think about it like this. Like, most of our money is digital. You know? Most people don't have a lot of cash on them. It's all in the fucking bank. All it would take for society to truly collapse is people not to be able to access their money. Because then it would be this. It would be power goes out fucking nationwide. And I guess I'm not even talking about the world. I'm talking about your immediate town or the country. I guess it would have to be at least the whole country. I don't know. How many states would it take for fucking all of the U.S. to collapse? Like, how many states going out of power? If it was the whole East Coast, that would probably destroy the fucking world. If the whole East Coast went out of power and it did not come back on for 2 weeks, I think we would all kill each other. Because I think everyone from the East Coast would at first start trying to pile into the West Coast because they're like, oh, they have power. Let's all just fucking move to the West Coast. I think it would, a week in, 2 days in, I know multiple people who are like, I'm going to buy a generator. 2 days into not having power. I'm going to buy a generator. How much does it cost? I don't give a fuck. I need fucking electricity. I need it right fucking now. I need it. 2 days. 2 days. That's not a lot of time. You know? And what do you want it for, really? I mean, you want it to fucking play a video game. Like, that's the real reason why someone wants a generator. I know people are like, well, you know, the heat and the air conditioning, also my fridge and all my shit to spoil, but really they own a cooler. They could just fucking get some dry ice and keep their shit fresh. They have a gas stove. They can still cook. But they're like, no, I need it on because it's hot out and the air conditioning and fucking the fridge. I need the fridge. I really need the fridge. I need hot water. This is what I need. I need it. I need it. I need it. And then you're like, all right. They buy the generator. First thing they do, they put on fucking NBA 2K. First thing they do is create a new My Player. That's the first thing they do. Oh, you got a generator? What's the first thing you're going to do? I got to make a new My Player. I got to do it, dude. I just have to. I can fill up the fridge with some food later. Actually, let's just go to McDonald's for food. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't need to put the air conditioning, kind of expensive. I'm not going to turn that on. I'm just going to sit here and play NBA 2K. I'm going to sweat with the players in the game. That's, you know, I'm trying to immerse myself. 2 days. 2 days. I'm going to get a generator. How much does it cost? 10 grand? Oh, I'm getting it. I got to play 2K. No, it's not 10 grand. I don't think it's 10 grand for a generator. I don't know how much a generator is, but all I know of generators is using them on sets for fucking giant lights. So, Jennies, that's all I know, is using a Jenny on set. Is there going to be a Jenny on set? We got 2 Jennies for the lights. Everything in film terms is a different name just so you could say it faster. Don't say extension cord, say stinger. Why? Because it's just faster to say. Okay. So many people are lost on set in the beginning just because, like, everything that you already know what it is, you just say it differently on set. Can you give me a couple clothespins? What's that? And then it works in reverse, too. Someone will be like, hey, can I get a clothespin? And you're like, what do you mean? And they go, oh, C-47. And you go, oh, okay. I know what it is now because you said C-47. Yeah. Anyway, what the fuck am I talking about? C-47. You know why it's called C-47? On sets, if you don't know this, you probably don't. Why would you? Unless you work in film production. But we have there's C-47s. So we have lights, right? And the lights, sometimes you want to put gels on them or diffusion. Diffusion softens light. Okay? So you got a light, it's super hot in somebody, you want to diffuse it. It's just like this piece of, kind of looks like paper mache. It's like a piece of cloudy, clear shit. It's a piece of cloudy, clear paper, kind of, sort of. Anyway, other film people think I'm fucking stupid as shit right now. Anyway, and then you take that and you put it on a light, but you can't put it directly on the light because then it'll melt. So a light has barn doors, which are these like metal doors that open up, and then you see the light. You know what I'm saying? Think about like a Nikon camera. It's got like the edges on the lens. Think of that like that's like, instead of it just being edges, they're like doors that open up and close up on a light. Anyway, I don't know if anything I'm saying makes sense, and I've taught this stuff, so it's fucking weird if it doesn't make sense to you. It means I'm a bad teacher, dude. It means every kid I taught, I actually didn't teach. They just looked at me like, hey, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, you open that up, right? And then you put the diffusion on it, and then you take a clothespin to clamp the diffusion to the barn door. That way, the clothespin doesn't get hot because it's wooden on metal. And, well, you should also use gloves if you're operating a light. But anyway, the clothespin, take the diffusion, the clothespin on the barn door, you clamp it all together, it stays on the light. Oh, that way the diffusion's on the barn door and on the light itself, melting, and you're all good, baby. But for whatever reason, they call it C-47s instead of clothespins when it comes to film. The stories behind that are, I think one of the stories is that they were buying a ton of clothespins, and the studios were like, we can't be spending this much money on clothespins. Like, why the fuck are we doing that? So then people started writing in the budget C-47 so that it sounded more professional, and that confused producers enough to just go like, oh yeah, fuck it, you can buy that many C-47s. Which that one I believe is true. That one sounds very true. Like, that's how stupid people are. That they're like, you can't buy all these clothespins. And they read C-47. They're like, that sounds complicated. So here's the budget for it. That's how fucking stupid people are. Anyway. It's like all gas, no... I don't know. Anyway. There's... I don't know if this even ties in. But I was getting pissed off because All Gas, No Brakes is a great fucking YouTube channel. I don't know if you know what it is. You probably do. If you're like, it's fucking great and massive and awesome. But there's certain people who like didn't it so the creator of All Gas No Brakes, or like the people involved with All Gas No Brakes, are now going to make a TV show for Absolutely, which is Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareheim's production company. But I feel like there's some people who it wasn't until that happened that they were like, oh, well, let me check out this channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, before the Absolutely deal, it's like, oh, check out this channel. It's really fucking interesting and cool. It's like, I don't know, YouTube. But then it's like, oh, he's going to be on TV where he's going to get less viewers? Oh, now let me check out his YouTube channel. Oh, his fucking content's amazing. I don't know. It's weird that we still hold on to these old fucking... these old entities, like these old barriers for entry, like these old systems of the gatekeepers. Oh, like Comedy Central. People get on Comedy Central. It's like you get 7,000 views on Comedy Central, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's so fucking cool." The Comedy Central logo was on the video you were in. Comedy Central gave you a pat on the back. But then if you got 10,000 views on your own, everyone would be like, I don't give, who gives a fuck? Who the fuck are you? You know? You could have 100,000 subscribers, be making money, making a living on YouTube. And people will go, who gives a, I don't give a fuck. Making a fucking career with 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. Killing it. Getting fucking 100,000 views per video. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. There are people watching your shit. But then somebody can fucking get a show on FX or be on the FX YouTube channel for like a clip that was 3 minutes, and everyone's like, oh, that's so fucking cool, dude. How many views does it have? 10,000? Oh, that's so cool. And the guy over here is like, oh, I got like a whole YouTube channel. It's like a cool thing that I'm working on. They're like, who gives a fuck? My friend was on FX for 3 seconds. I don't know. I'm just being an asshole. I mean, I would love to be on FX for 3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to shit on the institutions or people wanting to be a part of them. I wouldn't mind if somebody gave me a show on Comedy Central, a show on Adult Swim. I'd fucking take it in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? I've had stuff start with certain companies that didn't work out, but I'm not shitting on that. I'm shitting on the fact that, like, what are we doing? Like, why do we still have that perception? Like, we hold ourselves back by thinking that way, by thinking like, oh, it takes this thing to legitimize me. No, it doesn't. Just make your fucking thing. Make your thing, and if people watch it and you make money off it, hell yeah, man. I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm just rambling. That's this whole podcast of me rambling like a fucking idiot. What was I talking about? Pedophiles, power, whatever. Anyway, I think the world would fucking go crazy if we lost power for a full week. I think a full week would fuck us up. 2 weeks would destroy the world, or destroy the nation at least. Because, yeah, I think people would start moving into the West Coast. If the East Coast was knocked out, or like and the West Coast wasn't, or the West Coast was and the East Coast wasn't, one of the coasts would shift into the other coast, and there would be fucking mass overpopulation. And yeah, and then the entire, like if it's the East Coast, no power, West Coast power, East Coast would just become this fucking wasteland. All it would take is 2 weeks of no power. People can't get access to their money because because so much of our currency is digital, and people at a store hungry, going, why doesn't my credit card work? Do you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I have money, you're just not letting me digitally pay you with it. Well, we can't, sir. Our systems are down. Okay, well, I need food. That's all it takes. Is a father or a mother with a starving family, and they all need to eat, and they can't access their money, and the fucking chicken is in aisle 3. That's all it takes. The chicken's in aisle 3. My little kid is crying, hungry. I'm getting the chicken. And that's really what would cause an apocalypse, is just chain reactions, man. And then if that person stole the chicken, other people were like, fuck, I'm going to steal something. Everyone steals fucking food from that place. Then other people, same thing happens in other stores. I need food. Everything gets stolen. Or just like the fact that if everything, I don't know, would it take like no power anywhere? Because I guess generators, how much gasoline would we have to run out of? That's what I was thinking too. I was at a gas station. Me and my friend were waiting online for like an hour and a half to get gas, and I had to check if they were cash only or not. So I got out of the car, walked down the whole line to the gas station, saw that they weren't cash only. We could pay with a card, but I saw like, oh, that's why these lines take so long when there's no power, is that there's people literally just with 3 giant fuel cans just loading up on gasoline, just fucking hoarding all of the gasoline. Guy probably has guns at home, hoarding the gasoline, probably stocked up on fucking food, probably has a sick-ass generator. Dude, that guy's gonna murder me in the apocalypse. Do you understand? Do you understand that there are people right now who are so fucking revved up and so fucking well stocked that when the apocalypse goes down, we're fucked? Do you understand what I'm saying? There are people who live and breathe survivalist bullshit until it's not bullshit anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that fucking movie. What is that movie? Is it just called Cloverfield? What's the Cloverfield movie where they're underground in the bunker with John Goodman? 10 Cloverfield Lane, is that what it's called? Anyway, that's what it's going to be. That guy. There's so many of that guy who's preparing. And then it all goes down and he's like, there's going to be so many of that guy who's like, I was fucking right. I'm well stocked up. I got all the power because everyone else is not ready for this. It's going to be a bummer for whoever is super stocked up. Was it a conservationist? Whatever conservationist has been stocking up, preparing for the end times his whole life, right? And then like the first day he fucking dies and someone takes all his shit. That's going to be a bummer. Is the guy who like is waiting for the end of the world. It happens. They have all of the sickest shit. They got a great bunker and they go outside just to peek their head out and somebody shoots them immediately and goes in. Some fucking asshole who stole a gun last minute and was like, oh dude, that guy's got all this shit. Just kill him, take all of his stuff. Poor guy's bleeding out on the ground like, oh, fine, but I spent so much time preparing. End of the world prepper, just fucking bleeding out. Oh, but this was my life's work. Fucking me, bought a gun on Tuesday. Sorry, dude. I knew you had all the shit. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have popped your head out. Anyway, bye. Close the door. Lock it. I don't know, man. I hope that never happens. I hope the world civilization never collapses that hardcore. That'd be fucked up, man. Right? I don't know. There are a lot of problems in the world, but I think, thank God it isn't worse. I always think about that. Thank God it isn't worse than this. Because it's bad, but it could go really bad quickly, Anyway, during the outage, listen, also, I'm not shitting on the 2K people who buy a generator for 2K. I'm not shitting at you at all because I fucking had to charge my laptop and in my head it was like, well, I have to do work on my laptop. I have to edit certain things. I have to get some writing done. I have to apply to certain things. But in reality, the first thing I did when I got a charger for my laptop was I played Call of Duty. I played the only game that I had on my MacBook, which was Call of Duty 2. That's really all I wanted to do was fucking play a goddamn video game. That's what I wanted to do. And that's the interesting thing, too, about the power going out is that it makes you go, oh, wow, I'm so dependent on these things. I spend so much of my time doing this or doing that, and I really shouldn't be. I should be focusing on work more. I shouldn't be distracting myself so much with video games or movies or whatever the fuck I'm using to distract myself. I should be getting my work done, whatever the fucking work is that I have to get done. I should be doing that, You have all these realizations. Oh, I'm so addicted to my phone. You realize all these things. You're like, this is a good thing for me to realize right now, right? And then the power goes back on, and you immediately go back to the video game. You go back to the video game, go back to your phone. You go, wow, I'm so glad that I learned that I was addicted. Oh my God, did you see what they fucking said? I'm glad I realized that I was addicted to the fucking Nintendo Switch. Oh, fuck. I'm about to beat the level. I'm about to beat the goddamn level. Fuck yeah, fuck. That's what we do. Immediately back to it. Immediately back to our shittiest habits. Even though we realized very, very coherently, very specifically, oh, this is the thing that I shouldn't be doing. Power's out. Oh, I'm realizing the things that I have this weird gut need to do that I don't need to do it all. And then as soon as the power comes back on, let's do all those fucking things. It's fucking bad, man. It sucks. We're addicted to a lot of bullshit, I think. Like me and everybody. I think everybody's addicted to a lot of bullshit that we don't need, I don't think anything's bad with, distractions or doing things that are fun, but I do think there's something bad when I do think something's bad when you're getting a laptop charger just so you can play Call of Duty. I don't think that's the best behavior. I don't think it's like world-ending behavior, but it might be. Anyway, hope some of this is making sense. No, but I went to Best Buy to get a laptop charger. So I looked up. I'm like, there's phone chargers for your car. There must be laptop chargers. There has to be. It's 2020. How could there not be fucking laptop chargers? So I go to Best Buy because first I look up on my phone while cellular data was data. Damn, dude, I can't fucking speak. While cellular data was still working, I looked up laptop car chargers on Best Buy. And I found a few. And I was like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden, cellular data wasn't working anymore. Which, again, another thing. I don't know what the fuck cellular data is attached to. Is it cell towers? So then I guess cell towers fell down in our area. I thought 5G was fucking implanted in our brains, dude. I thought 5G existed through the fucking sound waves, man. Huh? How come I'm not hooked up to 5G? How come this fucking 3G cell tower bullshit is still controlling my data, bro? If I'm going to have 5G destroy my mind, I might as well get the internet always working for it. If 5G is what really gave me COVID-19, then I should at least have fucking internet when the power doesn't exist. I'm kidding, by the way. I don't think I got COVID from 5G. Okay? I got COVID from COVID. That was a joke, by the way. Okay? I don't think that about 5G. Okay, dude? That's so fucked about right now. Is that you can't even really make a joke about something like that without some people being like, is he for real? That's why comedy sucks. That's why fucking everyone's like, no one can take a joke, is because no one knows where anyone's coming from. Everyone's like, wait, but seriously though? Does he really believe in the 5G conspiracy? No, I don't. But anyway, I went to Best Buy. And I'm like looking around, I'm perusing, but I don't want to ask for help. Do you guys do that? I always fucking do that. I look around and I want someone to help me so badly because I can't find the thing I want. So I'm like hovering around the laptop computer section and I can't find whatever this laptop charger is supposed to look like. I keep like going to things that look like it's going to be it, but then it's just like, no, that's just the charger for the laptop itself, or that's a phone charger. Like I can't find it, but I'm looking in every section where it has to be. And I'm seeing Best Buy employees helping other people, or Best Buy employees like walking past me to bring something to a customer they're already helping, and I'm just like, nobody's helping me, fuck. But I don't want to ask, and that's the thing too. I don't want to go up and ask somebody who's already helping someone, hey, I know you're busy with that customer, but can you fucking help me? And then somebody who's not busy, I don't know where they're going. It's one of those things where I just assume everyone who's there is busy, unless they're coming over to me. That's what I assume, which isn't true. I've seen certain people who aren't doing shit and they don't come over and help me. And I'm like, fuck. I just assumed they were doing something else, but they really just were looking at me going, I don't want to talk to this guy. But anyway, I get nervous. I get like, I don't want to I don't know. I'll just wait for someone to come up to me. So I'm waiting. This guy finally comes up to me. I'm ready for it. I'm immediately like, oh yeah, do you know where a laptop car charger is? I come in so hot that he's like, oh, okay, wait, let me just think about it for a second. And he thinks about it, and he's like, no. And I'm like, what? But online, in my head, I'm like, what? Online, there is one. I'm also in my gut a little bit being like, you're lying to me. I'm not saying it to him, but in my head, I'm like, wait, I saw this online. You're lying. In a split second, I'm like, I go from panic of like, I need someone to help me. Guy's like, can I help you? I go, yeah, laptop car charger. He goes, no. And I'm immediately like, you're a liar. You fucking person nice enough to come help me. You're lying. So he says no, but then he immediately goes, but I have this. And he walks over and he gives me this thing. And I can't quite tell what it is from looking at it, but it's like this black square and this black wire that goes into your lighter. You know, the lighter port in your fucking in your car. You know, the 12 watt whatever thing that you can use to light a cigarette if you want. Which, by the way, damn, that's technology from a different time, huh? The car lighter? Does anyone still use that? Dude, if you still use a car lighter, you're badass. If you still fucking use that little thing to light your cigarette up in your car, that's fucking swagoons. You're a sexy person. But anyway, so he gives me that, and I go, oh, well, this, he goes, yeah, so that should definitely work for the laptop. Or that he goes, yeah, so that should definitely work for you. And I go, it definitely works for a laptop, like a MacBook Pro? And he just looks at me, he's like, yeah, it should work for anything. And I go, oh, okay, cool. And then he walks away, and as soon as he walks away, I realize like the thing he gave me was just straight up a plug, like a thing that plugs into your car, and then it gives you 2 electrical outlets. So he's like, yeah, dude, anything that needs an outlet, you can plug in anything to this. Of course a laptop will work, you fucking idiot. He didn't say it like that, though. He said it nice as possible. Oh, yeah. Like, he'd even... He looked at me for a split second like, was this guy nervous or something? Or is he fucking with me? And just very politely went, no, man, it works for anything. Like, he could have been like, what are you talking about? It's a fucking outlet, you idiot. I'm giving you a thing that plugs an outlet into your car. You want to fucking charge your shaver? You want to charge your clippers? Plug that in. What? But no, he just went, oh yeah, anything, man. You can plug anything in. 2 seconds later, I'm like, oh, I'm dumb as fuck. This is an outlet. And that's why, right there, why I wouldn't survive the apocalypse. I wouldn't. Because I don't even know what someone's handing me in the moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm too nervous to know what the device even does that he's handing me. I didn't even look at the fucking box. I was too like, well, I don't want to be wrong. I was too in my head about being wrong or looking stupid that he hands me something. I asked the dumbest question of all time, and it all comes down to me not checking the package and going, oh yeah, I know this will work because I'm reading it myself, not just listening to the guy next to me. Oh, shit. Anyway, that's it for the podcast this week. The timer just went off. That's it, baby. That's it, my sweet, sweet fucking listeners. My glorious, wonderful brothers and sisters. That's it for this week. Yeah, this was fun. Thank you guys for listening. As fucking always. Yeah, dude. Check out the other channel, Jake Letizia. Check out Jake and Josh. There hasn't been stuff on there in a bit, but there will be stuff there soon. I promise you fucking piles of poo. Anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for listening. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake.